And welcome back to episode 102 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co-host, Malcolm Discount Double Check King.
Sorry, Cliff, still full price, sipping on wine tonight. How y'all doing? I see my man Aaron's back in the building.
Yeah, I'm around, man.
Moscato to be exact, by the way, shower heads.
We got the keep that to yourself. We got the dot connector in the building. Aaron Spencer, what's popping with you?
I'm back on the scene, you know what I mean?
Listen, basketball.
Don't make me do an old school rap today.
He gonna bring the Shaq raps out.
Motherfuckers been on one before the show started.
Oh yeah. By the way, and that's for everybody who didn't know. That's Clifford, Three Blind Mice, Jordan Jennings,
Three
insider
Blind Mice.
there. Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that.
Hey, you remember that? You remember that mouse we had to take care of?
Oh, you stupid.
That mouse was finna tell something wasn't supposed to tell.
Listen, I guess I was supposed to take you out with it, man. God damn, you didn't.
D'Angelo Russell's back.
Listen, you supposed to.
I'm about to give up secrets.
Right. we starting it off juicy today.
Now the mice mob gonna be on me. Next thing you know, they gonna have a mouse head in my bed.
They finna gang up.
But
yeah, what we got? All-Star weekend talk?
We recapping the All-Star weekend.
Okay.
Aaron, did you see Myles Garrett out there? Did you
Myles
see that?
Garrett?
Yeah, did you see that celebrity game? Everybody missed the celebrity game.
You talking about Myles Garrett, though?
Yeah, the D lineman. I know you missed.
Oh yeah, I seen him. Yeah, the linebacker.
I just wanted to ask Cuz, since he wasn't on the Saturday episode. He ain't no linebacker, he's defensive end.
He's a DN.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's kind of like a confusing position of outside linebacker.
No, you ain't wrong, because nowadays they do
switch him up.
Yeah, and they do put the outside linebacker down sometimes in Russia.
Von Miller.
You're right. I seen him up there.
You ain't wrong, but
no, my nigga was mad athletic, man. He was athletic, and he was showing that he was a professional athlete. I think that's what he was trying to do.
That's exactly what it was.
I play professional sports.
Right.
It doesn't matter what it is.
I heard that I heard MGK got booed. I heard niggas was mad that he was.
And he was in Cleveland.
And he's from Cleveland. That's embarrassing.
Like, that shit was ridiculous. That motherfucker missed everything he shot, first of all. Second of all, you can tell he never picked up a basketball in his life. He didn't even jump to shoot his shots.
He told Ronnie from 2K, the big creator, he said in the interview, he said, I've been waiting 10 years for this All-Star game.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. 10 years not to do a damn thing, huh?
Money is a great thing because it'll make you think what is and what ain't. Because I'm not saying he's played basketball before.
I'm sure he has.
In gym class.
Like
right. I'm gonna tell y'all niggas right now, he did not play in high school.
Of course, I can tell you he didn't make. I can tell you he wouldn't have made the team.
Exactly. So, but he's a celebrity, so
But listen,
I don't know how that shit goes, to be all the way honest with you. I feel what you're saying. It makes sense. I get where you're going.
They keep it real. Shit,
Right.
playing in front of Megan Fox.
I could do that.
Nervous too.
No, listen, fuck that. He should have told her, like, baby, I don't know what this is gonna look like.
Right.
When I go out here, you gotta understand I'm playing against real athletes. It's Myles Garrett and them out there. So just expect the worst, hope for the best.
Bear with me.
Right.
We'll hit her with the bear with me.
Right, because goodness gracious, if Megan Fox likes athletes, she gonna leave him after this one.
She might have found a new one.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. He might be doing something else.
Listen, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
maybe,
God bless.
You know the jump shots ain't working.
God
you know
bless.
the layup and the duck package ain't working.
Then why'd you go out there then though?
I don't know. It's weird. I'll attribute this to this. Look, he's a grown man, and sometimes men do some shit we not ready for.
That's true. This is true.
We don't realize it until we get out there. I'm not ready for it.
Right, and you on national television?
Right.
That's a bad time not to be ready.
Right,
though.
to figure out that you're not ready, and you're in Cleveland.
Right.
You better fake an injury like fucking Kevin James. Fake an injury, my G. Walk off of the court.
Ankle sprains.
Right, like AD does every fucking 5 seconds.
That motherfucker.
Listen, he long and linky, and he thought that was gonna be enough out there on that court. And now his fucking history is forever recorded in history. They have been talking shit about my G too. But nah, I ain't really want to touch on that celebrity game. I just wanted to ask if you see Myles Garrett. He was out there working, G.
I heard people say he would be a beast if he went pro, like in the NBA. Like he would be good at that too.
I'll say false. I'll call false on that. That's just because you just saw the difference between somebody who has discipline in their body.
Right.
That's the difference. Other than that, he had athleticism, but it's not like he ain't show the ability to dribble or shoot. You just jump.
Not out there.
You just jump real high. That's great.
Not out there. He didn't.
You can jump real high. That's great.
Nah, I think we had a conversation last episode. I think he would make a bench team if he were to put his focus on basketball. Because I have seen.
How willing are you to say that that's a risk on your part?
What do you mean, like a risk is in me being wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, let's be honest. That assumption is probably a 35-65.
So he's like the last choice in your list.
No, I wouldn't even say that. I would just say if you were to put him in a situation where he was focused on basketball, I think, like I said on the last episode, I think what you end up having is a bench player. At the very least, a G League player.
I choose him over AD right now.
Well, you can't because he doesn't have the height. Isn't he only like 6'3"? 6'3",
well,
6'4"?
he don't get hurt, so I'll take a sacrifice on the height over the injuries.
You know what? That is saying something though too, because you don't get hurt and you're playing a very intense on your body sport.
You're going against almost 400-pound linemen.
Like motherfuckers, like it's getting to the point where AD is just getting hurt carrying his own weight. Like his own body weight is causing him damage type shit.
Street clothes Davis, man. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
You got the coldest closet in the game.
I mean, but
you know how many times?
Go ahead.
How many times he get? You know how many times he probably get hurt at the crib? He probably wake up. Feet hit the floor. Oh, stub my toe. I can't do nothing. I'm injured.
Listen, I don't know that you're wrong, but they say that most people over 7 foot have issues in general with joints and all that.
Yao Ming had hella issues.
Yao Ming lasted. At least he had a run.
He did.
He had a consistent run. And Anthony Davis has never had a run. The only thing you could come close to calling that was in New Orleans. And even in New Orleans, he was out here and there.
Right. What was you about to say though, Cliff? A moment ago. Do you remember?
No, I don't. It was about AD.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm assuming it was going to be about Castleworth, you know.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he's a bum, Aaron. I mean, look, I'll go ahead and take it on the chin early. The Lakers are trash.
He ain't no bum. He just saying he's not.
He's a bum.
No, he's not a bum.
Look, you look good on paper, but when we get you in the game, listen, the money. I'm just saying the money we're paying him, he's not worth that right now.
Well, see that, and then that's what I think. Right, that's where I can start to understand what you're saying, right? Because you're upset about the deal and his play that's come since he's
same with Westbrook. Why are we paying?
Which I can understand, but you can't just call him a bum. Same with Westbrook, you can't call him a bum either.
He's a 79 on 2K, and he used to be a 90-something. Westbrook,
but I don't.
Let me tell you this: they making you could be making like what? $23, $24 an hour out there and be a bum. He's a bum. He's out there, he's making a good amount of money. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, I want to say good things about Westbrook, but at the same time, it seems like
you can't call him a bum, though.
Every time you want to put your money on him,
right, thank you.
Shows you different.
Right. That's a good way.
I got 20. What? Oh.
He's kept you in debt.
It's gone before you hand it over.
He's kept you in debt.
Yeah, no.
That's some turnovers? Okay. He did it again.
I can agree with that. That I can't agree with. But he ain't no bum, no. He ain't no bum. But back to the goddamn Allstar weekend. Was Russell in it? Hell no.
You're right. Hell no. No, he wasn't.
Oh, I thought he was there.
No, he wasn't.
Hell no.
One in the cut.
No, I don't. Russell was not in that selection. Yeah, no, he wasn't. But the skills competition, just like I motherfucking said, Team Cavs won it.
Man, get out of here.
Just like I motherfucking said, and you didn't believe me because it didn't come from ESPN.
I didn't believe you because you were an overzealous Cavaliers fan. That's why I didn't believe you. Sometimes I question your credibility when it comes to the Cavs because I know that you love the Cavs so much. Sometimes you don't keep it real with your team.
What?
That's why I question.
This year you gotta give it to him.
Right.
This year.
Wait.
You gotta give it to him this year. You talked about it for 4 years. Here it go.
Right. They just had a conversation about it at the last season when we were on. I said the Cavs is making the playoffs this season. We won't win it. Won't win it all. But the season after that is when you're going to have to watch out. I said that verbatim.
But you say every year they're going to get better. They're going to get picks.
Yeah, but when have I ever said that they're going to be in the playoffs, like going to the playoff shit? Yeah, you don't hear me just talk this to be talking? Stop
it. Every blind squirrel finds a nut, man. This is their lucky year.
It.
They're having a nice run. My thing is, can they do it again? Can they do it next year? Again? Can Cleveland have the same or similar success next season?
Well, first of all, this season isn't over, so don't try to just fast forward us into the next one first. Second, what I've been saying to y'all, or you especially who doesn't quite seem to hear me, is they are on the trajectory back to where they were before LeBron came there the first time. And what I mean by that, I'm not saying that they were the best team then, but I'm saying that with the young talent that they had the opportunity to build something that could have lasted for years to come, as opposed to just getting a quickie and being out of there.
Look, you got I haven't seen nobody else from the Cavaliers be an All-Star besides LeBron James or LeBron James accompanied by
Right. Kevin
right,
Love or Kyrie.
right. I don't know. Like, look, we talking about Kenny Skywalker.
You going back though.
I'm going to the early '90s, my nigga. Mark Price,
Right.
a real one. Look
Right.
up Mark Price.
Oh, I know
Mark
Mark Price.
Give Mark Price's love as far as Cavs people. I'll do that, but other than that, who are we talking about? Who's been in the All-Star game? That's a Cavs.
Listen, the first two Cavs to be in the All-Star game since Kyrie and LeBron back in what? What was that? 16?
It got to be 8 years. It's got to be 8 years.
So
7-8 years.
Well,
so 2014. 8 years ago,
6. It would have been 6 if it was 16,
2016. 6 years ago.
But that's what I'm saying, regardless. And both of them are young. Darius Garland's 21, Jared Allen's 23.
Okay, 6 years ago.
They younger than LeBron and Kyrie when that happened. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by
Jared Allen is what, 23?
Right.
24?
23.
Okay. So Darius Garland is
21. So, right. So what I was saying, was that they were young. Both of them were younger.
I didn't know they was that young.
The youngest player that made the All-Star game when LeBron and Kyrie made it. So that's what I'm getting at. Now they got a chance to build something with a bunch of young guys. Then you end up having a Spurs situation. So it's all right. The Meek shall inherit the NBA one day. Don't worry about that.
I think he jumped something pretty big, but okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, the Spurs, but that's what I'm saying. That's how you get a dynasty like that, where the Spurs stay high for that long.
Who coaches Cavaliers right now? Who's the coach?
JB Bickerstaff.
Is that your guy?
He must be.
I think he's the best coach. I think he's the best coach that we've had in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking.
No, I do. I do think that he's the best coach that we've had in a while. But with that being said, like I said before, and I got to give Peas, I think that none of this happens if you don't have Beeline getting Colin Sexton and Darius Garland at the same time. He was the first to introduce the two-guard system to Cleveland, and the fact that they've been sticking with it and it's been working says something. Not so much now that Colin Sexton's out, but they even did it with Ricky Rubio, and they do it now with Rajon Rondo and Darius Garland. So they like that two-guard system, and I like two-point guard is what I mean at the 1 and the 2. And I think he just perfected what Beeline started, basically. So, yeah, I like him out of all the coaches we've had for a while. He gonna get something. He gonna get something, some kind of award or something this year. Watch, I'm telling you.
Maybe coach of the year, maybe. I don't know.
It depends on how far the Cavs go and what their record ends up being at the end of the year. Because, I mean, right now they sitting at third in the East, but they tied with Philly.
No, y'all
sitting at fourth, but we tied with Philly for third.
I was gonna bring this up. We haven't talked nothing about the All-Star game. I want to bring that up. What I'm trying to say is that look,
that can be covered quick though.
The Bulls and the Cavs are in the same place as the Hawks and the Knicks last year. We just moved them out, moved in Bulls and the Cavs.
Wait, what exactly do you mean by that? Because y'all are tied for one with the Heat at the moment.
But we weren't even in that last year. We were nowhere near that. We weren't even in the conversation.
Okay, I think I see the correlation.
Exactly. And then last year, the Cavs weren't in the conversation, but y'all what? Y'all fourth, I think. Fourth, fifth. Fourth, fifth.
Fourth, tied with third. Tied with the third.
Y'all tied for third, yeah.
Listen, we coming for that one spot. The Bulls are who we
So
coming for.
that's what I'm trying to say is that
Well,
we
it's
are
really the Heat,
surprised.
but y'all tied with the Heat.
We weren't supposed to be there. Like people are counting on different positions. Look,
But y'all make sense though. All them picks and trades that y'all done switched up to get in the Bulls. This is just coming out of the hustle. Out of the hustle.
Man, look, I'm trying to include you on that.
You don't gotta include me,
baby.
baby.
You trying to count yourself out.
We don't
I'm
know.
trying to say, look, the Bulls is in here and the Cavs. The Cavs is in here. Y'all some homegrown. Y'all some homegrown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some guys that y'all picked up that y'all trusted, and you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Bulls, baby.
Yeah, for how long? We coming.
Look, but
we only 2 games back from y'all's spot. Well, we don't want to be included. We coming for you.
All right, just go sit down somewhere. Please.
Don't give us a spot at your table. We want your seat. Your seat. We don't care about the spot at the table. We want your seat. That one,
that's great. You know what? Jared Allen and Darius Garland.
Yep.
Y'all niggas step up and do what you gotta do. Win the championship this year. Come out the East.
Karis LeVert's gonna be y'all's downfall.
That's what the who?
Karis LeVert. He about to be y'all's downfall.
Karis LeVert. How's Karis LeVert gonna? You don't think he's gonna add to it?
Because Cliff didn't like one of his most recent performances.
It ain't about See, that's another thing about him not listening. Because I ran down all of the stats that he's had since he's been with the Cavs.
He said, "Go ahead, yeah, go ahead."
He's only been shooting, I think, 34 to 36% from the field.
Right.
And it's just not acceptable. Like you can't go 1 for 6 from 3 in the game with 9 points and expect to win that game, and you're taking 15 to 16 shots.
Right.
That doesn't work. That's not going to work.
Right. So that comes down to his ultimate performance. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but it's not about it's not a recent game. It's your history of work so far. And like I said in the episode where we had the conversation, it's just a matter of him finding a way to fit in their current flow. Because, repeat myself again, it's not a situation where they needed him.
Right.
They didn't need him to come in there to help them win. They were winning before you got there. So it's not a situation where we need you to be hero. You don't have to be hero. You have to find your role. And that's ultimately what's going to have to happen. He's going to have to find his role instead of trying to be a hero. Because it'd be different. Like I said, it'd be different if they were losing and you came to the team.
Right.
Which was not the case. We were winning when you came. So don't come in here thinking that you got to put up 20 shots a game and miss more than half of them. That's not what we need on the Cavs. Now, in that regard, yes, you could be right that he could come in there and fuck up the flow. But what I'm getting at is we have enough of a season left for him to catch his rhythm with that team.
Right.
Learn his place, so to speak. And I don't mean that any disrespectful way. I just mean like learn your place within the flow of the team.
Figure out your role.
Right. So, yeah, no, I wouldn't say that. Like I said, and I hate even talking about it because I said it before I said it last time. I want to preface that by I still think that was the best move for us. I appreciate him being on the team. I'm glad we have him. But with that being said, those are the things that need to take place. But enough of the Cavs other than them winning the, the skills competition.
Yeah,
Darius Garland out there smacking. Evan Mobley out there smacking. I think he only missed 2 shots in the shooting round of the competition.
Y'all gonna get his brother? You got a brother.
I know. You said, are we going to get him?
Yeah, for USC.
I mean, Keep it a buck.
Know
It would
about
be
him.
nice.
What you know about him?
Yeah, I know about him. It's his older brother, first of all. He's not as what's the word for it? He's not as defensively perceptive as Evan is. Often you could tell he was big brother in that. I think Evan still won, but he was the one that looked the more comfortable out of the two. And he's still a big body that can dribble and at least be there for defense. But we don't need all them big men.
Right.
Unless they get him for a steal and get rid of Lauri Markkanen, there's no point in having him. Because I could easily see him filling Lauri Markkanen's role. That just wing 3-point shooter, drive and dunk when we see you open. Yeah, he can do that easy, and he's going to give you more on defense.
How much has he played? I haven't even seen. To be honest with you, I'll be real with you. I haven't seen the Cleveland market a lot.
Right. Oh, I'm sure.
So I don't know how much.
Lauri's played probably. When did we get him? Probably a quarter through the season.
You got him before the season.
Did we get him before the season started?
I think so. That's what I want to say. I could be wrong, but I think so.
I don't know. That might be right.
Besides that, how's he been playing?
He been playing great. I'm mad he's hurt. I mean, he's injured right now, but inconsistency is my biggest mark on his book. Like he's not there enough. He gets injured, and then like his injuries end up lasting weeks at a time.
Yeah, your best ability is availability.
Right, and then other than that, his defense could be better. But outside of those two things, I think Lauri's another steal. I love having him on the Cavs.
He definitely doesn't hurt the team. I feel like he's definitely an addition to the Cavs.
And you can put him at the 3.
Right.
Can't really beat that. 7'3", small forward out there, guarding shit. It's tough.
Right.
Even if he's not the quickest, you don't got to worry about nobody blowing past you because you got 2 7-footers down there in the paint too. So just stay on that 3 and put your hand up, G.
Yeah, the Cavs is making some noise. I actually seen a comment or a post today on NBA.com, and what it had said was, where'd it go? It says Cavs shed LeBron's shadow as NBA's biggest surprise. Cleveland's young core and unique roster weren't expected to do this much this soon.
I mean, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to say that I've been saying that. Let's just put it.
You prophesized it like OBJ.
I didn't even prophecy. I'm just telling you what it is, and motherfuckers ain't listening. But it's cool though. So beyond that skills competition that the Cavs won, might I throw back in there, we got the 3-point competition. And what you say, Mark? You said your boy shit the bed?
Oh, man. Desmond Bane. Woo-wee. I don't know if he was, he is a rookie. I don't know if he was nervous. He didn't do as well.
On 3-point shot.
That's the first time being in that situation. I don't really give him no slight. He had 18. He wasn't the lowest. Right. He definitely wasn't the lowest.
I just expected a little more from him, given his season thus far with how he's been doing from the 3.
But that's another thing I noticed, because a lot of them, you can tell, feel more comfortable in game, like hitting off the run or with a hand in their face or whatever the case may be. Rather than just at the rack, right?
I was thinking the same thing. Better in game rather than practice. So
listen, Fred VanVleet ended. He got bumped in the first round. Ended with 16, And then in that game, you saw him shoot and was like, yeah, you can tell he's an action shooter. He needs to be involved in a situation.
In rhythm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Desmond Bane might fall into that exact same category. But the lowest went to your boy, your bull, Zach LaVine. Got bumped out the first round with a 14.
Want to talk about that, Aaron?
Are we talking about non-game?
Oh,
I get it.
Non-full experience.
But are you telling me that motherfuckers don't come to the All-Star game to compete?
I'm not done talking.
They come to
the arcade
compete.
Experience of shooting a jump shot. It's not real.
That's your AI speech?
Right.
Are you dumb, motherfucker?
It's not
Speaking of that, Cliff, you just made a good point. Cliff, you just connected the dots. That's even worse, Aaron. You got the NBA 75 this year. Not only are the fans back and your peers are watching, but you got some of the all-time greats.
Arcade game.
You know what I mean? You got Dr. J.
When it was the finals, Malcolm. When it was the finals.
When in 96? What you talking about?
The finals. When I was trying to hit the shot. Did I make the shot? I made it then.
You gotta make it to the finals before you hypothetically put your team.
Right, Aaron.
No, I can't. Hold on. What are we talking about hypothetically? What are we talking about? 95, 96, 96, 97?
Well, we ain't.
97, 98?
Listen, we ain't in no time machine. We talking about Zach LaVine, baby.
All right, no. That's what I'm trying to say.
Today,
I'm talking on today. Those who are affected in this tree of, it sounds different from me now. What I'm trying to say is,
yeah, spit it out.
If we're trying to make it to the finals, you gotta put your A+ game on there. That's all.
But that has nothing to do with him shooting the 14. You said the 3-point contest doesn't matter. Fuck the 3-point contest. Get to the finals.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with that.
Right? Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
I missed this. I needed. This is what I listen.
But nonetheless, I really want to get to the point of Karl Anthony Towns winning it.
Oh, yeah.
And then one thing I want to bring up, right, because he won it the finals with a 29. They said that he broke Devin Booker's record at a 28.
Yeah, the Baby J too. Yeah, the Baby J.
Shout out to them UK boys.
Right.
Boom.
But did they have the do ball like back last year too?
They had some kind of. They always. They had some kind of extra point ball, but I don't know if it was the do ball.
My whole thing is this, right? If you keep adding a different way to score more points per round, then those points don't equal out to be the same, right? And I'm not saying that he didn't flat out beat Devin Booker from last year, but I'm saying, like, thinking back to when we used to watch the 3-point contest, it was only the 30, right? You only had the opportunity at the 30. I actually remember not having the double ball. The money ball.
The money ball?
Yeah.
At the end of each rack?
Right.
No, that's been around for a while. But you're right. It hasn't been around for the whole time.
Then maybe I'm just thinking back to
look. If you just remembering the real golden time.
Right. Maybe I'm thinking back to like highlights and shit I see.
Yeah,
but
having that the last ball of each rack, having that to being a money ball. Been around for a while.
But that's it. That's all you got was the opportunity at that 30.
Right.
And see, now you got
the middle ball, the Mountain Dew ball. Was that shit called?
Well, now there's two of them. It's one on each side. It's the Mountain. They got a 3-point ball on each side, and then you get the full rack of money balls.
But it's in between each rack. It's in between the rack.
It's in between the rack at the top of the key.
Right. Yeah. The Mountain Dew ball.
But that ain't been around.
No, it hasn't been around. No,
So what I'm saying is, how can you hold a record? How does the record from the previous years matter if you keep adding more ways for them to score more than what they can score when they, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know when that wasn't first instituted though.
Right, and that's what I was saying. He may have beat Devin Booker clean, but my whole thing with that, with you continuing to add more ways to score, it's like, well, now we can't judge them to the Kobe's and the people back in the day who didn't have opportunities at the do ball and shit like that. Like, that's crazy.
Like the fuck.
Like, yeah, I guess it makes it more exciting for the younger kids, but let's keep it straight. Let's keep it funky so we can be like, but so and so still beat you at the 3-point contest. Now it's almost like you have to stop the 3-point contest historically, probably like 4 years ago, and then start a new record book for the extra point era. You feel what I'm saying?
Plug it in. What are you getting rid of? Are you getting rid of the dunk contest? Is the dunk contest something that's expendable? Do you feel like that's the way it is right now? We get rid of it?
No. I think everything is needed. I definitely think everything is needed. And I understand why you say that, but no, I don't think anything's expendable. I just want you to keep it. Let's just keep it. Everybody wants to add new shit to something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if they think, well, we'll get more viewers if we add 2 Mountain Dew balls that are a little back further than the regular 3. Like, none of that shit matters. And you adding it just messed up the whole point system that everybody had going prior to.
I mean, I guess that's no different, Cliff, now that I think about it, than, like, let's say in the NFL or NBA or any other sports, how, like, how they played shorter games in the season and athletes would break records or set records for milestones. And then, now we have longer seasons, right? Or longer minute games, right, or whatever you want to say.
I know what you're saying.
So, I mean, that's a good point on what you're saying, but I guess it's always been that way.
That's
really.
A good point as well, too.
You know what I mean?
That is a good point as well.
Because the rules have changed over the years, different, you know what I mean?
Just
there's so many different scenarios
ways to make shit easier. Like,
right.
What it came down to is motherfuckers wasn't hitting enough 30s. Wasn't enough 30s being hit in the 3-point contest. So let's start giving extra points and one rack of all money balls so we can, like. And I get it for the hype of things. It looks good, but whatever. At the end of the day, I'm not taking anything away from Cat, who won the 3-point contest. And my question is, does this make him, like his words that he said, true? Does this make him the best
big man shooter of all time?
Right.
I mean,
what you think?
Who else is out there?
I think honestly, the only big man shooter out there other than him is Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic.
Oh yeah. I don't know if he's better than Joker, but he could be. He could be.
I don't think there is.
Well, I feel like I'm on that. I feel like I'm on that, like, the danger list of who's the last person you would put on there. Like, what we talking about is kind of outdated, a little bit.
What do you mean it can't be? He said he's been saying for the past couple years that he's the best. Well, I guess it might not have been the past couple years, but at least as the season was starting, that he was the best shooting big man of all time. And he just won the 3-point contest this past weekend, so it can't be outdated.
Is that how you vision?
So hold on, y'all. Here, I want to get y'all's take on this. This is Bleacher Report's best big men of all time, dated back from 2011. So I mean, take it as you will. But they have Kevin Garnett, Brad Miller, Charlie Vittel. I can't say his last name.
Villanueva.
Sabonis, Ardavius Sabonis.
Right.
Bill Lambier, Andrea Bargnani, Muhammad Okur, Troy Murphy, Channing Frye.
11 years ago.
Ooh, Dirk Nowitzki.
But see, that's interesting though, because I can't. So name me 3 from before then.
Before the people who I just named.
Right.
I'm
like
not gonna know
from before what he said 2011. Because see, what's interesting about that statement of saying you're the best shooting big man of all time is that's saying that you are the best shooting big man of current age.
Are we talking about Andres Karolinko? AK-47?
Not a big man.
I think that's real.
I think small forward. He's small forward, I think.
Yeah,
he
was a small forward. Small forward, and the older he got, power forward.
Hey, look. I'm not out of touch.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. I just consider a big man to be a center. Like
I consider
center.
Power forward.
Power forward, no. And the only reason why I say that is because as a center, to shoot a 3-point shot, you're sacrificing the rebound because the rebound really falls on you. Now, the power forward can help, but to be a center that shoots, you're basically saying, fuck the rebound, I'm going to hit it.
And what year is it? That had to be like 2001, 2002. That's an ice cold year because, look,
anybody that year?
Anybody from that 16 above talking about they shooting off rip, I'm step back. You're right.
Right. So it just happened recently.
But for real though, listen to that though. 2009, 2008, you just busting 3-point shots. You just saying it. Okay.
That's around the time it started.
All right. You're right.
So the list shouldn't really go much beyond 2011, in my opinion at least. So for him to say, I'm the best shooting big man of all time, that's really just a slick way of saying you the best shooting big man in the past couple decades. Because big man didn't start shooting into the past couple decades. But with that being said, whether it's a what do you call it, a legality or not, does that make it true? I think it may be. I think the only person that may have him close is Joel Embiid, but we would know because he hasn't competed in a 3-point contest.
I'm gonna assume a good space. I won't say have,
All right.
How's everybody doing?
Doing well, my brethren.
As black men, we all good.
I'm about done with you. I'm about done with you. Oh shit. Moving on. Oh, before we move on, I do want to give y'all one more prophecy. Since y'all always questioning what I say, watch what I say. Next year, not only will Darius Garland be back to the All-Star game, he'll compete in the 3-point competition and he'll win it. What date is it? February 23rd? Write it down. Listen, write it down. Whatever you got to do. What I'm saying is next year, Darius Garland's going to be a 2-time All-Star. He'll compete in the 3-point competition and he'll win it, is what I'm saying. Now, the dunk competition, I don't know how y'all feel, but I thought that was. I mean, I might be with Stephen A. Smith. That might be the worst dunk competition ever in the history.
It was bad.
It might be the worst.
They said it was bad, but I didn't see it.
I didn't say I'm not gonna say it's the worst. It was bad. It was bad.
Cuz came out there with the Timbs on. He did the windmill dunk that his dad held for him in the Timbs. And I get it, right? But I'm so fucking sick of people thinking that nostalgia is enough to win it. Right? Now, I like the fact that you put the Timbs on and you did your dunk. You know, but the fact that you wore your dad's jersey and your dad's holding the ball for you, it's been done. It's been done. You know what I mean? Like, it's been done. Larry Nance Jr. did that. Just like the dude, Juan Toscano Anderson tried to do the Vince Carter dunk and couldn't get his arm in the rim. But my whole thing is, even if you did it, it's already been done, G. Like, give me something new. The whole reason why the Aaron Gordon Zach LaVine dunk contest was good was because they was just coming out of nowhere with some shit we ain't seen before. Now everybody doing a tribute to type dunk. I don't know. That's just, I'm not trying to rant. I sound like Michael Rappaport out here.
They should have had Anthony Edwards in the dunk contest, period.
I said I would have loved to see him in it. It's a lot of people I would have loved to see in that dunk contest, but we had that conversation last episode too. I get it if you don't want to pay him.
Out here, man. I feel like I'm looking at myself like, oh my God.
You said what?
No, it's the filter. They put out the filter, and they put everybody to look at it. Look, I'm looking. I'm doing nothing. I'm sitting here chilling. And you see the filter I'm putting out, like, look, yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop.
Oh, I can't. Time out. You're on timeout.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm sitting
there. He said you're on timeout.
You're fucking on timeout. I can't. Oh, shit. I gotta get it together. Oh, shit. Oh, you are killing me.
Cutting up. Like Aaron back cutting up.
I'm not doing nothing.
Hey, we ain't even talk about how Cade Cunningham was named the Clorox Rising Stars MVP.
Oh, shit, nah. Oh, yeah, that was on the first night. On Friday. Oh. Timeout. I need a timeout myself. I'm on timeout.
He said timeout.
Oh, I'm not doing nothing.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, Cade Cunningham got it on the first night. But yeah, I really just didn't bring up the first night because that was we did cover that on Saturday. The only reason why I asked him about Myles Garrett was because he wasn't around for that. But yeah, the dunk contest wasn't shit. Obi Toppin did win it. The best dunk that I saw was that behind the back joint that he did over the dude. That was the best dunk of the whole competition, and that's one of the reasons why I say that I think it might have been the worst. It's one of the worst that I've ever seen. Now, of course, I haven't been around to see every dunk contest, but that one was bad. I will say Obi Toppin though, to be a big man like that, 7 feet tall, that motherfucker got bounced, and that's factual. But other than that, the All-Star game itself, you gotta give it to that motherfucking green-eyed bandit with the MVP, 16 made threes, 50 points in the game. That's
Steph
crazy.
Curry with the shot. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's crazy. That motherfucker, well, first, I mean, I get it, right? Curry's the best shooter ever. But at the same time, my G put up 27 threes in that game.
Was it 27?
Yeah, he was 16 for 27 from 3.
Yeah.
And that's not like a bad stat by no means. You know what I mean? You're shooting more than 50% from 3. But at the same time, I feel like my nigga, it's the All-Star game too, though. You know, like we want to see other people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we already
right.
know that Steph Curry can shoot. We already know you're the best shooter of all time. We already know all of that.
Right.
So for it to be an All-Star game and all these people there, it's like, do you need to shoot 27 threes?
Yeah, man, you got Ray Allen there. It's the NBA.
No, I'm talking about playing in the game itself.
The All-Star game, right?
Right.
Yeah, you got to do that. You got some of the greatest, Michael. You got some of the greatest of the great there of all time watching you.
Okay, I see what you getting at.
You got to show out. This wasn't no regular All-Star game. People don't realize that. This was, like I said, it was All-Star game plus
it
the
was
NBA
the 75th anniversary for the Hall of Fame. No, that does make that. I give him more credit for that.
I'm Cliff. If it's me, I'm running it up too if I can. Just to show y'all.
27 threes, though.
Hey, Ray. This is why I'm the greatest shooter of all time.
If I'm really being honest, I'm hating because my nigga Darius didn't get to put up that many to beat.
Of course you are. There's always a secret.
It was like save some for the rest of us, Steph, is what I'm getting at.
Right,
Let them shoot some threes too. They know you can shoot. But yeah, no, 16 threes is amazing. That's ridiculous.
No, Steph gotta eat, man. They look.
That
they
nigga
got way
gonna
more
eat regardless.
But they got way more time on the clock. Steph only got a few years left. You feel me?
Steph already proved everything Steph gonna prove. Nothing else needs to be proved at an All-Star game. Prove it to us on the court.
He gonna do that too. You know he gonna do that.
I'm not saying he won't. I'm just saying like now, like ain't no motherfucker. Just because they there, I get it. You do want to, put on a good show, but you don't got to show off. Them motherfuckers see what you've been. It's not like they crawled under a rock after they retired and stopped watching the game of basketball. They know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't think it was that deep. You said what? He muted.
Who?
Am I muted?
Nah, you ain't
no,
muted
Aaron
no
ain't
more.
muted.
All right, yeah, no, I'm back. I had to come back.
Right.
I had to find my charger. I'm good there.
But yeah, and I'm not hating. I love Steph Curry. I just did kind of felt like, damn, G, you throwing them all up.
You was hating.
It was a little bit of hate to it.
Because, and he's an Ohio.
But let's be honest. But no, love Steph Curry. You feel what I'm saying? Love Steph Curry. That's not to be questioned. But my thing is, I just felt like, of course, I'm looking at it from my guy's new to this, right? My guy Darius is new to this. And don't get me wrong, I think he got like 18 minutes or 20 minutes or something like that, which is a decent amount of time for a second-year player in the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He might be a third now that I think about it. But I felt like, damn, my G, like let some of the new bucks shine a bit. And he got his shots. I think he ended 3 for 7 from 3. But when you look at the other motherfuckers shooting 27 of them bitches, that 7 don't look quite as nice.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, there was a point in the game where they were funneling it to Steph on purpose. I get it. He got the hot hand. Keep hitting him. Let's see what he can do. But I just feel like, damn, my G27 threes. That could have been spread out a little bit better. You got a new show on HBO and all that. My nigga, you eat it.
Does he?
Yeah, you ain't seen that? It's good, too.
No, I haven't
back
seen
on the
it.
wrong side of the show.
Him and Aisha Curry got About Last Night. It's on HBO.
Oh, I thought it was a movie. Is it a movie or a show?
No, it's a TV show. That shit good. I ain't even gonna stunt you. That shit is good. But I say that to say my niggas eating. You don't gotta put up 27 points on them like that. You can let the little young bucks eat a bit. They might never make the All-Star game again. And you gonna take all the shots, like all of them?
You never know when it's your last.
I get it. But shit, that was the case. But them alley-oops from Trae Young to Ja Morant. Y'all motherfuckers ain't even watched the bitch.
Man, I seen.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't even watched this.
What did I see? I just seen the Steph Curry highlight. I just seen the Steph Curry highlight. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's all I seen.
Oh my gosh, that motherfucker said, I'm in this bitch talking to my motherfucking self.
Hell
God
no.
damn.
I seen the skills stuff, but like I said, that game, boy, shit.
No, I ain't gonna hold you either. I think I fell asleep like halfway through the third quarter, and then I had to go back and watch the highlights to finish the game. I didn't get to see the little turnaround fadeaway, shot LeBron did to win the game. I didn't get to see that live. I saw that via the highlights.
Team Bron.
But yeah, I mean, I saw the post press conference too, where he was like that shot meant something to him because Jordan was in the crowd, and
right.
So I understand what you're saying, but I don't care what you say. 27 shots, 27 threes. Them ain't even middies, layups, nothing. 27 threes, my nigga.
27 threes. All I'm trying to say is, look, man, you can chart that up to whatever.
That's still like what? Like a 58-point-something% 3-point percentage? I'm not saying that he didn't shoot excellently. I'm just saying the fact that you took that many threes is like, God damn, nigga.
That's a lot of threes.
Like nobody else was out there on that court but you. God damn.
X-ray vision.
And maybe that even speaks to the fact that Curry has, that much off the ball space creation type shit.
Aaron over there sitting looking like Stevie Wonder right now.
Right, he's going through it. That motherfucker going through it.
All you see is his head go left and right.
That motherfucker over there going through it.
Oh shit. Aaron, what you had at Saki? You back to that Saki?
You don't want that Saki.
Oh man.
Listen, that motherfucker socked you in your mouth. I know that much.
Something got him slung.
But
yeah, that All-Star. So man, here's my excuse that shouldn't be an excuse, but it's my excuse. When I watched the All-Star game last year, it was just like a backyard joke of a pickup game. So I just assumed, I'm like, it's probably gonna be the same this year. But I sounds like I should have watched this year though.
I mean, it's always that. It's the same way the fucking Pro Bowl is with the
All-Star game was good. The All-Star game was good.
I hate it. It's like, when did it stop being,
I
like you
thought so,
said?
but it's not. It wasn't real. But you know what he's saying? Like it's not real defense. Motherfuckers ain't really clamping up and shutting shit down.
Right,
No,
right. Like the
no.
best. Yeah,
So
like
I
Jordan.
get it, but at the same time, it's not so much about that as so much. It's a sparring session, is what it is. Nobody's
Right.
going full go, but I'm still going to hit my moves and my shots here and there.
Kobe was going full go. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Jordan
that's
was
what I
going
was
full
saying, and
go.
we talked about that with the Pro Bowl too. Back in those days, it was that. That was who's better, the East or the West
Right.
competition, and motherfuckers were really fouling,
Right.
were really going up like on like now. It's not that. So
Right.
you
They
got to
shaking
evolve
hands
with the
and shit.
times.
They dapping up in every middle of plays and shit and all that.
Right. You got to evolve with the times. It's what do you call it? What were the trophies? Participation trophies. Now they got participation points. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
motherfuckers will move out the way for you so you can get your stats type shit. Which is another reason why I look at shit now and I be like, you can't judge it to back then. It's a different time. Like motherfuckers would probably try to cancel a motherfucker that's blocking you and fouling you the way the motherfuckers did back in the day. And we don't know you too, and you're not LeBron doing it. Oh, you're out the
Right.
league.
Right.
Yeah, you can't play like that. That's not how we play anymore. So, I mean, if that doesn't entertain you, I can understand why you wouldn't watch the All-Star game. But I do get a kick out of, just looking at the skill of players.
Man, I think that I think Luka Doncic, I don't know how they're going to do it or what they're going to do it at, but I think Luka Doncic and Joker will play together one day. Yeah, y'all seen their chemistry? Y'all ever noticed their chemistry between Joker and Doncic?
Nah, it ain't even him. It's just Joker in general. What I've learned, well, what I learned from watching this All-Star game is that Nikola Jokic and Trae Young have very similar court vision. And what I mean by that is there are a couple plays where Trae Young, I think I saw like 3 or 4 no look passes. One of them was an alley oop. And what I realized when I saw him throw it was, oh, you don't need to see what they're about to do. You can tell what's going to happen from where their positioning is on the court. Because the first alley-oop he threw to Ja Morant, I don't even think it might not even have been meant for him. I think, I can't remember who was behind him on the play. But he was about to jump, and Ja just came out of nowhere and caught it. Then he threw another one to him that Ja caught. What was you about to say?
Speaking of Ja Morant, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if I can recall last season, there was a certain particular person on this show, I believe it was you, Cliff. They gave Ja Morant a tough time last season about his performance, his abilities, I believe. Just kind of doubting Ja Morant. Now he's having a breakout year, breakout season. He's an all-star, NBA 75 team. I just want to know if your opinion on Ja Morant has changed this year.
So you would stop my thought to ask me that question.
We were on the subject and the light bulb came on. I was like,
Oh, no, real.
Shorthand.
I've been quiet for a long time. I've been real quiet.
Shorthand.
I
Shorthand, I would definitely say that Ja Morant has turned it around. But what I will do is correct you in saying that I didn't say that Ja Morant wasn't doing all right. I was saying that he wasn't effective from the 3-point line. Whether it was his confidence or whatever the case may be, he wasn't doing his thing from the 3-point line. And that has slightly improved this year. I will definitely give him P's on that. And I also said court vision. That's what I said. I said what I ended up saying was he's not a point guard. He's a shooting guard. You need to put him at the 2. And I think the All-Star game may have been a good point to show you that. Trae Young with the ball in his hands definitely made Ja Morant look good, like opening wise, cutting to the hoop and all that. That shit he can't do with the ball. Unless you got the quicker first step, you're not going to get those cuts to the lane or those alley-oops thrown to you because you're not going to get seen. You're the guy with the ball.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I think it's going to end up being a Kyrie situation where towards the middle to end of his career, he says, I don't want to bring the ball up. I'll give it to him. I'll do my thing off ball. Just makes more sense in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong. I was definitely wrong about him with his 3-point shot. And even with the passing, his passing is improved too. But I still hold true. I don't know. I feel like you can be a point guard and be better at another position. Because you know that's the first thing a player says when you try to change their position. It's, I'm not a cornerback, I'm a wide receiver. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Right. It's always that. Right. But it's like, yeah, you can be both though, right? You can be a wide receiver at heart, but you're better at this position. Will you or will you not give it a shot? And I think once he does give it a shot, if they had somebody else that could run the team better, right now they have no choice but to have Ja Morant lead that team at point guard. But I think who they got, the little Jones brother.
Oh,
not Tyus, it's Trae. I think it's Trae they got in Jones. Memphis. It might be Tyus. But either way, you don't have somebody else that can lead the squad, is what I'm getting at. So until they find somebody, Ja's going to be at that point. He going to have to develop at it. But other than that, it was something, I did want to say something about LaMelo. It was a stat that I saw. I saw he got 18 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals, and he shot 4 for 8 from 3. But it was a stat I saw saying that, like, not a younger player have put up those stats since, I think it was Jordan and Jason Kidd or somebody like that. It was like in their first All-Star game, like a younger player haven't put up those stats in their first All-Star game since Jordan, and I want to say Jason Kidd.
That's good company.
Right, but I wish I'd have wrote it down or did something. But it was something like that. So, yeah, definitely shouts to LaMelo Ball. And taking it back one time to the dunk contest. I do want to give a shout out. I know I was talking bad, but I do want to give a shout out to the boy Juan Toscano Anderson, because that was the first representation that I know of Mexico in the dunk contest.
Right.
Yeah, in NBA period.
I don't know if in the NBA period. No, I don't want to.
In the NBA period.
Well, Latino, I'll say Latino may be different because you got your boy that used to play for the Trailblazers, Fernandez.
Okay.
I can't think of his name. It was something Fernandez. He played for the Trailblazers. He played for the Denver Nuggets. And he played for somewhere else. He was like a six-man kind of player. But, and then there was somebody else. And I'm not thinking of Spaniards like Jose Calderon and all of them.
No, I'm talking about from Calderon from like Spain.
Right.
Yeah.
No, dude is, and I don't know, I don't think he's from Mexico, but I think he's mixed, like where one of his parents is Mexican and one is black.
He's a Mexican.
No, Mexican. You can do South America.
No, I'm just saying Mexico specifically. You can see a like a Brazilian NBA player and shit.
Right.
a Spanish NBA player and shit, but a Mexican NBA player. And I'm not even saying that to sound funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I think Team Mexico might forfeit their basketball Olympic trials and put a extra bid in on soccer.
So I look like a nigga.
You said what?
I hear what you're saying because of the tone.
Yeah, it's just not a basketball area.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna elaborate. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need, and there may not even be an elaboration. That may be a prejudice on our behalf, but it doesn't seem to be that way, because you would think like even Japanese players have gotten into the league where, like, Japanese basketball may not have always been that thing. Yeah, you knew Jordan, but who else did you know in the league?
I don't know politics, but I hear what you're saying.
Right. So what I'm getting at is for Mexico to be so close in proximity to the United States and not be producing basketball players, any of them, not just like a team, but one or two of them, that lets me know that that's just not an area where basketball is their interest.
Right. You're right.
Probably amongst other things, but
yeah. Hey, look. People ain't checking in on basketball.
Right.
Right. That's what you're getting at.
That's
nobody checking in on basketball.
No, but I mean, you would know, because you got to think there's every team across the United States has a Spanish version.
Right. No,
radio.
I get that. But think about your margin of success. There's more on the football side.
Right. No, I'm not saying that that's not right. But yeah, no, what it comes down to is that's all the more reason why it's that worth celebrating the fact that my guy Toscano Anderson got to rep for,
He chose basketball.
Right. But let's keep it a buck. That was the nigga side of him that pulled him over there. Because I bet he can dribble the shit out of a ball. Now, that's what he should have did on the dunk contest. He should have kneaded a few times, kicked it off the backboard, and then ran up and dunked it. Now, he'd have won off that motherfucker.
You give him the OG side of it. Look, you could have made more money if you did this, though. Right.
Right. Listen, you ain't want to go on
You play ball.
You over there trying to put your arm in the rim like Vince Carter. Be yourself and kick that ball up off that backboard and then go dunk it.
You're right.
He should have did some, and I know that might even sound racist. It might sound prejudiced. It might sound whatever you want to call it. I know that motherfucker knows soccer. I know he does.
He should have been a striker.
I know. I'm just saying. You remember Steve Nash used to do the little foot tricks for Amari Stoudemire in his dunk contest? I remember that. Yeah, and they used to go crazy for him. If you can do them for yourself, are you fucking serious? That's not even a joke. If you can do some soccer shit to bounce the ball up to yourself for an alley-oop, crowds going nutty wherever you are. Wherever you are. They can hold Allstar 2023 in Russia. They going crazy if they see a nigga come out there doing soccer and then dunk the ball. I'm just saying. Stop a war. Make peace. That's all I'm saying. Shouts to Toscano Anderson, my guy. But in other news, Juan Howard slaps the fire out of Arkansas assistant coach.
I seen that.
What's his name? Joe Kraberhoff or something like that. Krabenhoff.
Joe Kraberhoff.
Something like that.
He
That's his
pimped-
name,
hey.
motherfucker. That's his name. He over there. That's
Hey,
his name.
he pimp slapped him though.
Man, he slapped the shit out of him. The only mistake he made is that he didn't hold his follow through. And I don't mean that.
No, he didn't land completely.
No, he landed completely, but what I mean by that,
he didn't fall through on the lane. You gotta.
of course, he didn't put his body into it. He was swinging over people. But what I mean by that is when he smacked him, he put his hand back in a fist. So it looked a little more vicious. Like, you know, when people were dissecting it, they were like, did he hit him or did he slap him? Did he, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you could clearly tell he got his hand across his face. So he should have left his hand open when he pulled back as well. And the video wouldn't have looked as aggressive as it did before.
So
but he smacked fire at him.
No, he the thing is, he connected. He connected.
He didn't connect enough to turn his head.
But whatever he did is he connected. It was a slap, whatever it was, a punch. What do they designate it? Was it a slap or a connection?
It was clearly a slap because he got hit with a $40,000 fine. He is suspended for 5 games. But you already know if they thought he punched him, they'd have been trying to get him out of Michigan and all that shit.
Okay. So it was an illegal connection.
An illegal connection, nigga. He ain't in the game. You can't foul a coach. He said an illegal connection. He fouled the coach, didn't he? He said, sir, illegal contact to the head, that's a technical foul. If that happens again, you'll be fined and dismissed for the rest of the season, sir. Listen, I don't even know what I guess what happened was, well, at least what I heard, and I think this was on ESPN that I heard it, I can't remember, that they said that he did the suck it to him.
What?
The old wrestling move where you like get your hands by your crotch. Right. Like he did that to him after they won the game. And he was like, oh, suck it, nigga? Okay, wait till we shake hands in this line. You about to suck these fingertips because I'm about to smack the shit out of you. That's what's about to happen.
It doesn't make none of this shit worse. Man, all this shit makes it worse, man. I'm good. I'm here. I hear what you said.
I just realized
all worse.
what you said.
All right.
Oh, shit. You a soldier, though.
I'm here.
You a soldier, G.
That's hilarious, though.
Oh, man. Time out. All right. The question is, the suck it. Somebody says the suck it and does that to you on national TV. In their 40s. With tight khakis and a fupa. Is that $40,000?
I can't do this no more, man.
I can't. Who's your hit the showers if you gotta go? You can tap out whenever you want to. Just hit us when it hit them, and then you can back out.
None of that makes sense. James Harden, man, hit the showers, bro.
Why are you hitting them?
Young people don't even want to on their team.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's hard. That's hard to take. Other than that, all the shit you talking about is terrible and hilarious. Fucking hilarious, man.
Appreciate your honesty, my brethren. But yeah, if you want to tap out, you good, G. Be safe. Right. Drink water.
Right. All right, Aaron.
You're right. Drink water. All right, then.
What just happened?
Oh shit.
Did Aaron come onto the show lit?
Oh man, sometimes it be like that. He trying to start the season off with a blasty blast.
He sure did, didn't he? He went down in the 10th round. I'll give him that. 10th or 11th round.
That was hilarious, G. I can't even hold you on that.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
That might be one for the reel. For the TikTok reel.
Listen.
The talker.
That ain't one for the real. That's one that never mind, I ain't gonna say that. That's one that we would put behind Patreon if I could. I probably won't even share this episode.
I don't even think I fully processed what happened because I was looking at an article.
But
yeah, where we at? Let me see.
What was we talking about? Oh, other than Why Howard? Yeah, no, that's a real question. So, old motherfucker with a fupa, tight khakis, creased down the front.
Yeah, suck it.
Beats you, right? Beats your squad, and then hits you with the. Is that $40,000? Is that worth one good slap?
No, and I'm a laugh at you.
Well, I mean, let's be honest though. Your salary, let's add it all up like a train headed to,
right.
Your salary's probably in the 4.5s, the 4.3s.
Mm-hmm.
4.3s on the million mark for all my shower heads. Is that 40,000 worth that slap?
Nah, not for a man with a fupa. If that's the case, nah.
Well, see, that's all the more reason to, right? Because I feel like this, right? And I'm not the guy, and I know you have to say that now if you got a podcast. I'm not the guy that condones violence by any means, but that guy with that fupa and them tight khakis with the crease down the front, that's the same guy that says nigger and talk shit over the Xbox, headset or online on your Facebook page or your Messenger.
Right.
And I'm not saying that to call him racist. I'm just saying, using that as an example of somebody that feels tougher than they are in a situation because they can't be touched.
Right.
And I apologize for using the N-bomb as the example. Just unfortunately for me, as one, that's the one I hear the most.
Right. Yep.
But with that being said, let me reiterate to my shower heads, nobody was saying this man is racist. I'm just saying this man exhibits behaviors that let me know he was one of those little punk motherfuckers that did do shit like that behind a text message or a comment or a audio conversation. But in public, it's like, yeah, you just got beside yourself and somebody put you back into you.
Might checked you. Yeah. I went to school with people like him. And now all of a sudden
it's a big deal.
Yeah, that's that's how those are the people that are used to just talking crap.
I went to school. I know how you are. I went to school with people like that.
Because it was so funny, Cliff, because I mean I know the school you went to was probably similar, but there's people like you said what we're talking about who think they can talk and get away and say whatever. They're above the law, whatever they want to say.
You don't got to go to school with them, G. These people is...
Yeah, you don't. There's everyday people. But I mean, that's where you first meet them. You know what I mean?
Store. That's when you're first introduced.
You know what I'm saying? You're first to
that archetype of person.
Right. And you be like, boy, I'm ready to slap. And then when you actually do it, they be blown. Oh my gosh, they hit me. We were talking crap and they actually hit me.
And that's where the motto or the saying, can't walk a mile in my shoes came from.
Right.
Right? Because when I think of shit like that, it's like it's not even it's just like that should be common sense but that's only if you walked a mile in my shoes type
Right.
shit.
Right.
Now, with that being said, if we walked a mile in their shoes and that mile was our first mile, we'd probably be spoiled like they are.
Right. It's true. Yeah. Ignorant.
Right?
Right.
So you can't be so quick to jump down a motherfucker's throat, but at the same time, you know what the difference is between saying something and being disrespectful too.
Right.
You just got away with disrespecting people in your life that wasn't going to do nothing about it.
Right.
And now you're shocked when somebody does.
Right. Holding you accountability.
Listen, some people consider accountability getting terminated from a job for not doing their work. And some people consider accountability turning up and taking your licks for saying or doing something that was definitely way out of pocket.
Right. Right.
And for you to be a college coach, you're not hired by Vince McMahon. You're supposed to be schooling these young. You're supposed to be schooling and putting good shit into these young kids' minds so they can succeed moving forward. And they see your old lumpy Humpty Dumpty looking ass in your fucking creased up khakis throwing a suck it sign. That definitely doesn't give a good look to my child that's attending your organization.
No, or the kids watching, or the people watching across the world, or whatever, watching, the young fans especially.
Like, that's shit wild to me, right? But you know what? Sense. Now that I think about it, the motherfucker was from Arkansas, so maybe he was raped. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
You never hear about Arkansas.
But I ain't gonna rule it out. It's all
I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know how many. This is allegedly, but I don't know how many African Americans or minorities live in Arkansas. I don't know.
Listen,
I could be wrong.
It was a joke, but it kind of wasn't. But it kind of was, but it kind of wasn't.
It's 50-50.
Right.
Right down the middle, 50-50.
But beyond Juan Howard slapping the shit out of Arkansas coach, that was the title of the article, actually. Juan Howard just slapped the shit out of Arkansas.
Well, he did. When I seen that,
was the title of the newspaper.
Did you see what Stephen A. Smith said about what should happen to Juan Howard?
School me, G.
He had made a statement on First Take, I believe it was yesterday, the day before. He said that Juan Howard should be suspended indefinitely for the remainder of the season. And he said he doesn't want to see this happen. He said, but he should be fired, that he should get fired.
First of all, Michigan's not going to fire Juan Howard.
He played for them. He's got some.
Number two, Juan Howard is an accredited NBA player, let alone... Well, I can't really speak to the coaching prowess, so to speak, but
he said prowess. I like that prowess. Okay.
Yeah, I got big words tucked off in the bank.
Right.
But yeah, Michigan needs that. It's the same reason they got Harbaugh at football coach.
They go local.
You need that. It's not even about local, right? You need those shiny things. You need those big names to attract people in your recruiting system.
Right.
And Juan Howard being one of the what do they call them? Fantastic Four? Or
the
Fabulous Four?
Fab Five.
Fab Five.
Jalen Rose, him. I'm giving you a line on the rest. Hardaway. No. I just remember Juan Howard, Jalen Rose. Yeah, it's Fab Five.
I can't remember either. That's gonna bother me.
Let me see. I'll look it up real quick.
Was it Chris Webber?
Yeah, Webber was one. Yes, he was. Who were the other two? I feel like only 3 of them went to the league. I don't think they all went to the league.
Yeah, I do think they all went, but they all didn't make it. They all didn't stay there.
While I'm looking this up, I see that the computer's lagging, but I see that the Cavaliers, it says, promoted Gansey to general manager. So somebody within the
Wait a
organization got
second.
promoted.
Wait a good goddamn second. This is why I need to stop. Listen, it's on me. I apologize. I apologize, all my shower heads. I said it when you said it. I said you would stop my thought dead in its tracks to ask me a question like that, but I never hopped back to my thought. Even when Aaron said I wanted to know what you was about to say. Oh no, I think I did. I think I'm tripping. I think I did.
Right, you did answer. See?
I think I did. Now that I think about it, I apologize.
You must have had some of what Aaron had.
Listen, I must have.
So the Fab Five, he made a whole PSA and everything, and then retracted his statement. You did, yeah. You be doing.
Listen, sometimes it be
retract
like that.
emails, right? Listen here.
That one might not have got sent yet, though. You feel me? I might have caught that. I might have caught that accusation before the send button got hit on the email.
In the draft folder.
The showerheads just saw it in real time is what the issue was with this one.
Right.
Right. So they didn't get to see me pull back from that. It's almost like those text message memes where it'd be like somebody typing some shit out like, and then they erase it like, boo, 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 and then they type something different and then they erase that. That's how that was. I didn't get a chance to erase it because y'all heard it in real time. This audio.
You a fool. So
fuck.
It says, come on, Jalen Rose, Chris Webber, Ray Jackson, Jimmy King, and I'm assuming, Juwan Howard. That would be the five.
Wait, what? Repeat it real quick. Jalen Rose, Chris Webber.
Jalen Rose, Chris
Mark
Webber.
Jackson.
Was it Mark Jackson? I don't think it's, no, it said, this says, man, come on. This says Jalen Rose, Chris Webber, Ray Jackson, Jimmy King, and Juwan Howard.
Okay. Are we sure it's not Mark Jackson?
Hell no, it ain't Mark Jackson. But why is it typing in? Man,
I gotta look up Ray Jackson.
But
But they're not getting rid of Juan because of that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And I hope that we will one day live in I'm not gonna go into my Martin Luther King Day or Black History Month. But I would hope that we would one day live in a nation where people would understand the intention of provoking.
Mm-hmm.
And that has to, at some point, at least lessen the sentence. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be punished.
Right.
But I'm just saying you shouldn't be, just like they have a premeditated murder. Oh, right. you planned this out from the beginning. Right. And then you did it. So it's premeditated.
Right.
But for a motherfucker to provoke you into shit, and murder was a bad example. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying provoke me into slapping you.
Right.
Because you don't know how to wear your khakis or keep your hands. I feel like that should at least minimize my, repercussions.
Right.
I think the 40,000 in the 5 games is fair. Shit, make it 50,000 in 5 games. You think Juwan Howard give a fuck about that?
I don't know what his coaching contract's looking like, but
listen, he may not even have all the money he had from the NBA, but if he spent all of the money that he had from the NBA, he'd be a dumb motherfucker, G. And I think he'd still be spending. I'm not saying he was rich. I'm just saying he's not living extravagant enough for us to be like, oh yeah, I see where all the money went.
Right.
You feel me? If he was coming out with yachts and all that shit, I'd be like, why are you tricking off all your cash? I see why you got the Michigan job.
Right.
But I know the Michigan job pay good. That's why Harbaugh's still there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I know on the basketball side, you accomplished a lot more than Harbaugh did on the football side. So what you think they paying him?
Well, I don't know if I'd say that though.
Did they get a national championship with Harbaugh?
Neither one of them got one. One Howard
They
or
didn't. They didn't. The Fab Five
right,
didn't get it.
right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
You are correct.
The dumbass Chris Webber thought we had a timeout when he was out of
You
time.
are correct. You are correct.
Man,
You are absolutely correct. I don't
Chris
know why I
Webber.
was thinking they got that.
Hell no. Should have. Should have got it a couple times. So that's what it could have, should have, you know.
Well,
But
either way, even if they paid him comparable, and they didn't, because we know the 3/5 comparable. No, I'm just playing. But
right,
they ain't paying no nigga what they paying Harbaugh for
right,
football. So
right.
let's
Unfortunately,
cut it in half. Let's say he gets 1.7, 1.75.
I mean, yeah, 40, 50,000 probably ain't that bad,
I'd
but you
still
like,
slap you for 50,000 if I 1.7. Take it out of that. I don't care if it's gross. I get taxed on it too. Fuck, still take it out of
but he's
that.
lucky the dude. I guess he's lucky though, technically, that the dude didn't press charges because you know some people can be petty and try to press domestic or whatever I guess it's labeled as. So at least it didn't get taken there.
Can you do that on
But
the
dude,
basketball court?
I mean, you could do that in
I
general if
mean,
you.
that was a semi joke, but kind of
Oh
serious at the
right,
same time because I think it's more so just an unspoken thing. Why would you do that on the basketball court?
right,
Like all the brawls and the fights that have happened on a basketball court, people aren't pressing charges on the court. Now, once the players jump into the stands and hit a player, i.e. the what was that? The
the
Indiana
Pistons and the
Pacers
Pacers.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chargers were
that's
pressed in that
different
game. Yeah,
because though
Chargers were
you're
pressed.
hitting regular people, but us as players know that was just a little scrum in a game.
That's true.
We're not
That's
about to
true.
press charges. And I think the same goes for coaches as well. You should know in the heat of competition, he'd probably say it himself. I wouldn't have did that. I don't know why suck it came out of my arms. And I don't know why I wore these khakis that I'm wearing. But it just happened.
Right.
But he probably wouldn't have done either in the heat of competition or outside the heat of competition.
Right.
So he got upset in the heat of competition. There's no reason for charges to be pressed.
Nah.
It would be wrong
Nah.
for that. Not only do I think it would be wrong, I think that would affect his move
Legacy.
throughout the ranks in coaching.
Mm.
They'd be like, "Oh, you're the guy that pressed charges on Juwan Howard for smacking you after you told him suck it, huh?" Yeah, I don't know if we want you. Yeah, it'd be the exact same thing.
He might get blackballed.
So he can't do
well,
that.
I guess
and
in
watch
this case,
us here tomorrow like he pressed charges on Juwan Howard.
Right.
I bet we don't ever hear his name no more. And that's a name that we listen. What was it? Krabbenhoft?
Well, I guess in this case it'd be whiteballed since he's white and he did the suck it insinuated
Nah, white
to
ball.
nuts.
White ball is the cue ball, baby. The cue ball has to be used in every transaction that takes place on that green ass pool table.
Right.
The black ball don't get used until the very last shot, the very last opportunity.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if that ain't where that name came from. You get blackballed, you could go through a whole game and not get used.
Right, that's true.
Motherfucker scratch, anything can happen. That's the last opportunity is that black ball.
Right, this is it. This is for the win.
That's why we bust. I'm just we ain't got no shots. We ain't got no extra shots.
Right,
we got to make it happen or it ain't happening.
You know what? Man, you said it.
Listen, but other than that, the Kemba Walker.
Oh yeah.
Adrian Wojnarowski reports that Kemba Walker will be sitting out the rest of the year to prepare for next year.
for whatever potential trade options they're trying to
You know how
gather.
dumb that sounds to me,
That
though?
sounds. I feel like some shit went down. You feel me? Like
Right. I'm glad you said that. Because my first reaction was, oh, he's already talked to somebody.
You got suspension with pay type shit.
No, not even that. He already knows he's going somewhere. Mm-hmm. And he already knows where he's going. Otherwise, you would not take that risk. Mm-hmm. I'm going to sit out and train for next year as opposed to show you what I can do on the court this year.
Right.
No, I guarantee you he's been in talks with another team and be like, okay, do y'all have the room for me? If you'll take me, I'll prepare. I won't even risk the investment. I won't even continue to play. I'm not a dumb motherfucker. I guarantee you that's what happened. It's the same thing with Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa played, 3 games for Ohio State?
Right.
And then, pulled his groin or whatever and never came back. And I said it when that happened. I said he shouldn't ever come back. He should just train for the draft. And that's the only reason I can think logically that a player would sit out. You're going to sit out as opposed to doing what your heart desires and competing? Doesn't make sense. You're only sitting out if you know you may have a situation that you feel is better than the current one you're in.
Right.
Same way in relationships. When your significant other stops talking to you as much, you don't get as much tugs or smacks on the ass, probably means that there's another option involved.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
It's no different.
Plan A, plan B.
And listen, the difference is relationships ain't a business. In certain situations they can be, but I don't think that's a healthy relationship. But
right.
Business is business, so I understand it, but at the same time, that looks bad for your business if I'm Kemba Walker or if I'm Kemba Walker's manager. I don't care if you do have a team that's saying we got you. What if it falls through?
Right.
Now you look like the dickhead of the NBA.
What if you get hurt in preparation of whatever you're doing?
Listen, karma's real.
Kimba's had it bad, and that shit. I don't know. He just ain't. He ain't pan out.
I don't know that he's ever had it bad. Even in Charlotte, he had it rough, but I don't know that he had it bad. I don't know that he's ever had it bad in his whole career, right? And the resurrection was supposed to be him going to Boston.
Right.
Well, fuck, that didn't work. Well, let's send you to your hometown, where you're from. And now you're sitting out in New York? So, what I'm getting at when I say that is, where did the bad come along? Like, right, that looks like a good transition of a career. You toughed it out for about 4 or 5 years in a developing team. Then you moved on to a team that had potential of greatness, that had been in the semifinals for the past 3-4 years in a row. Couldn't get it done there. Then they shipped you to your hometown, where you're from. And now you have an issue there and you have to sit on the bench. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the guy that's not saying that the organization could not be causing the problem, right? Because that's the perfect example while we're breaking down old sayings, the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Right.
Now, you may want to play for your hometown, but you don't know the management, the ownership, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how they run things. So you may get there and realize this was worse than Boston. But it's hard to go back now. You've soured things. You've burnt bridges. So now it's hard for me to believe that who else would be interested once you've done all that. Especially when you make the stance, the firm stance. I'm not playing any more games. I'm going to prepare for next year.
Yeah, that's saying something.
Right. Does New York know the other woman? Like, what's going on here?
You said, does New York know the other woman?
Right. It's almost like a soap opera, right?
What's
like,
this clip, Sex in the City?
You feel me? Who's the alternate
Kim
option?
does Cary Grant? Not Cary. I'm sorry. Whatever her name is.
Nah, that's when you get
the main. Lexus know her name. Fuck. Anyways.
Yeah, no.
I
know her face. I just don't.
She's
know
married to she's married to old boy off of Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller. I know who that is too. I just can't think of his name.
That's gonna bug me now. Damn it!
It didn't matter. I don't. Well,
it don't matter. But yeah, Kemba Walker is on some soap opera shit. I don't know what's going on, Kemba. Confused. The world's confused. Cliff's confused. I mean,
I'm definitely confused. Well, I mean, listen, I understand putting all your chips in on one bet, right?
Right.
But the thing about it is, if you lose that bet, you have nothing else to gamble with. So, in a sense, the only reason you would do this is if you felt like you have a bet you would put all your chips in on. But if that bet craps out, what are your options afterwards?
What's your backup plan?
Because now all the teams know that I have a player that isn't willing to play if he's upset. Not only would he turn his back on management, he would also turn his back on his team.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy to express your what's the word I'm looking for? Your discernment, it's very easy to express that you're upset while still showing people that you could be counted on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because Emmanuel Quickly and all them didn't do nothing to you. You feel me? Or maybe they did. Maybe they did, right? But that doesn't mean the whole team did.
Right.
So what you're doing is, with the decision you're making, is making everyone pay. Let's be honest. Usually when a player has an issue, it's with the office, meaning management.
Right.
Probably not with the team. But that doesn't mean that team doesn't still want to get a ring, still make the playoffs, get a bonus for making it. You could at the very least, help them do that, right?
Right. True. Yeah.
That's where it throws me. And it's like, I think that's going to stain his name moving forward.
I think so too.
If this current, it may be a jackpot. You know what I mean? You may be gambling right, and it may be a jackpot, and you may hit with the next team you with.
But this is his last shot.
Right.
This is his last shot to me.
And knowing LeBron, he'd be like, come to LA. And that's not the nigga either.
I was thinking that, yeah. Man.
Kimba's not the nigga either.
Nope.
No, I like him, but he's not the nigga either.
Yeah, he's not the guy.
But yeah, I mean, that's all I got for real.
Yeah, I don't got the other NBA shit. And I definitely popped into my brain from one of our conversations earlier on the podcast who my hit the showers is.
Oh, you already know who your hit the showers is?
Yeah, I thought about it from something we all talked about earlier because I was struggling with it, and then it had came in my head. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
All right. Well, what you hit the showers?
My hit the showers goes to punk ass MGK, Cleveland, Ohio boy. God damn, boy, you play like shit.
I don't know if I
You
can
told
let
me,
you do that.
man.
Well, you can do that, but I don't know if I can let you just. Because at the end of the day, he's still Ohio versus everybody.
Yeah, but if you ain't
not
giving
in
the same,
basketball though, not with MGK.
if you ain't giving the same love to Sean Moss, then we can't give the same love to whatever
Sean
MGK
Moss from
is.
Atlanta.
He ain't from Atlanta, boy. We know he from here. Quit playing.
He forfeited his Columbus.
Here you go. Here you go. Ohio versus everybody. Now he's from Atlanta.
Everybody, including Shad Moss's new neighborhood.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I just say it just because, man, he didn't get the reaction. I did see articles about that in Cleveland that I thought he would have got. And then you told me he played bad in the celebrity game. So
awful.
Hit the showers.
He had to miss at least 12 shots.
At least for his game performance, hit the showers. At least on that side of things.
You don't gotta pull it back because of me.
No, I'm saying he's still gonna hit the showers, but we'll go with mainly the fact that he played like
Listen,
shit.
The way he played in that All-Star game, he got hit the showers. His family got hit the showers. His mom
Megan Fox.
hit the showers. Megan Fox can hit the showers dolo.
And Cliff said, I see you in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Listen, don't play with me, baby. If I had this shot, the shot would be shot. Sniper, American sniper shot.
And wouldn't even a mice, it wouldn't even a man or a mouse know.
You know what I'm saying? The only person that know ain't here no more. Right? You don't gotta worry about that.
Exterminated. Problem solved.
All that. You stupid.
Who's your hit the showers?
Hold up. Cause I had one and then
should give it to Aaron.
I should, man. That motherfucker is going to hit him. He's hitting them for sure. That's hit 1 point. First half of my hit the showers go to Aaron.
Right.
Listen, that motherfucker was 22 turned up. He was episode 102 turned up, motherfucker. I'm telling you.
Real live Atlanta.
It's all right. It's the start of the season 2 basketball. I like that.
Let's get it.
But I probably won't share it, so you better catch it on the audio or live viewing. My hit the showers is going to listen. As much as I don't want to do it, it's going to Juan Toscano Anderson.
Really? You was giving him praise earlier. Okay.
Yeah, because the first Mexican in the, and I don't mean
contest.
Like Mexican, but
Mexican American. That's what they called him. That's what they called him, Mexican American.
First person with Mexican heritage in the dunk contest is what I'm getting at. But first part of my hit the showers is going to him for even deciding to try to do the Vince Carter dunk. How many times have we seen somebody do that? And succeed at it?
Right.
At least 3 other times besides Vince Carter. So what I'm getting at is the fact that you picked it and you didn't complete it. Hit the showers, my G.
I can respect that.
You got to.
I can definitely respect that.
Glad to have seen you in a dunk contest, but you gotta hit him, G.
Maybe next time.
Listen.
Maybe next time.
You got anything to take us out?
Like, subscribe,
His
share,
best
tell
dunk
a
was
friend.
that dunk that we watched over there where he dunked on that the one dude, the white dude, and he didn't move and he just had his balls on his head. Remember when he
that was him?
That was him.
Yeah, he had balls on the head. Balls on the swinging. Like he was and
the white dude was just like, oh man, you got me. Dude.
Right, he just said
he just ate it. Like
he did, didn't he?
He
didn't even fight it.
Right.
He didn't even fight it. He just sat there
like a
bobblehead, like a bobblehead.
Poster right here.
Yeah. bobblehead poster nuts on
Well,
your
he
head.
got a better poster than he did the dunk contest, but
Yeah,
he got hit
hit
the
him.
showers.
But yeah, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tune in, comment, all that.
All that, troll us if you don't like it. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Get them comments up.
Let us know some. Follow us on Cliff? What's our Instagram handles? Hit the Showers Mount.
You supposed to know that. I don't know.
And then you're Hit the Showers.
I don't even
Cliff,
know
right?
mine. Is that right?
Come on, we gotta do better. Hit the Showers, Cliff.
Listen, just tune in, G. Do
tune
all
in.
that.
When we back, Cliff?
Today Wednesday. We be back on Saturday all day. What you mean?
So we'll be back this Saturday, the 26th, to finish our Black History Month special edition. I might come up with something on the side. We might talk offline about that on the side.
Well, let's do it. You can do a homework report. You young.
Right. But yeah, we back at this Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep, that sounds about right to me. Well, we
See y'all shower. See y'all
be
shower.
good or be good at it. I heard.
Just don't be the Cavs.
You ain't get that from me.
Cam sure ain't get it from Mosley.